bet you want balloons at your party, right? We all do. Don't we love those huge balloon arches? So if you're like me, a couple of days before your daughter's 13th birthday, you decide, I'd like a balloon arch. How do I even go about ordering one of those? Where do I order one from those? It's a busy time of the year. Everybody's backed up. What am I going to do? I guess I'm going to have to make one. I had never made one before. So I'm going to give you my tips and tricks on how to do a balloon arch for the very first time. I am not an expert, so I'm sure there's lots of videos that can tell you how to do this like really easily, right? I was able to whip this out in a couple of hours while she was sleeping, so it was a complete surprise. So let me show you how I did it. Okay, so I actually ordered all this stuff the week of her birthday, and we went up into our game room, shut the door, and put this whole thing together while she was sleeping. So when she woke up, it was draped around the back of her door where she does virtual learning for school. So I thought it was great, but apparently when you're 13, that's a little too much attention drawn to you. So she moved her desk for the day. But it was still amazing, and she did really like it. So it's a month later now, and so I'm going to show you that our arch is still blown up. So these can last for a long time, so don't do like me and wait until the last minute to order your stuff and put this together. You can totally do it the night before if you want to, but you can also do it a few days ahead. So this is proof positive. This was not a big investment, and I figure I'm going to use some of this stuff again anyway, namely this. You absolutely 100% want to get a balloon pump. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. So this thing was like $25. It was worth it just in that one night, but I would highly recommend getting it and keeping it in case you ever want to do one of these again. So the kit I got, and I'll put a link in here, I'll put a link in the comments below on the balloon kit that I did that you see in my pictures, and this pump. But so here it is. Comes like this. Comes like this. It's got two nozzles. It's got two nozzles. And so I actually had my husband using one and me using one. You just flip it on like here. I don't have them plugged in right now, but I will. But what I love about this is it's got a cord keeper, and it's got a spot for extra nozzles. So there's actually a couple of nozzles here. Now obviously this is not a helium tank. This is just pure air, which is all that you need for a balloon arch, right? Okay, so the best tips that I can give you for this is when you order this kit or any similar kit on Amazon for a balloon arch, it's going to give you like 100 balloons, which is great. You want all 100. Very first thing you want to do is sort them out by size, because you're going to kind of mix them up as you're filling them and sticking them on this. Now here's the secret to this activity. I don't know if you can see it, but this is a strip, a balloon strip, and it's got holes in it. And you're going to put a balloon in each one of those holes. And that is really all there is to this. Now that's the easiest part about this, is blowing up the balloons and threading them into the strip. Okay? The hardest part is, okay, so this is loud. So if you're trying to sneak it into your kid's bedroom while they're sleeping, it might be really loud. We actually did it in a different room, so it was okay. But you've got this long arch, right? This is only a piece of it. She cut this off because she said it was too much in her room. So this is just one little piece of it. Okay, so be sure and look for a kit that comes with the glue dots, the balloon strip, and balloons. You want to have it to have all those three things. And why is that important? because as you're blowing these up and you're inserting the balloons into each one of those little notches on the strip, when you get done, it's not going to be totally full. So once you have it the length that you want, you're going to take your glue dot and take it and put it on your miscellaneous balloons and just stick them to each other. So like right here, if you wanted one, you're going to take the glue dot and you're just going to simply pop it in there and fill up the space. So I would do that after you put it on the wall. How do you put it on the wall? That's a really good question. The way I did it, I used command strips. That way, if I got it in the wrong spot, I could just remove it. So in and of itself, this long strip is not going to fit up against the wall because it's got a lot of width to it. So what I did was I got some ribbon that was the color of the balloons, and I strung it through like this. Strung it through, tied a knot, and that way I had enough room against the wall to hang it where I wanted to. So you can use your command strips on the wall, and then you hang it up with one of these, and then that way you can move it around if you need to, and you can also take it down really easily. You could probably use the strip itself over and over again, even after these balloons lose their air. So keep that in mind too. I would say all in all, this probably took us about 2 hours to put up. My husband helped me do some of the balloons, but then he wasn't that much help. So I did most of it myself. But I did all the hanging by myself, just me and a ladder. So you can totally do that. I will say the hanging part did take a little bit of time, just trying to figure out where I wanted it on the wall. But this little trick, I will tell you, is the best. Another trick you want to know. When you're blowing up these balloons, I watched a really great video, and I'll actually link that down below too because they were really helpful. You don't want to fill these balloons up all the way. You actually want them to be a little bit round. So, you know, you're tempted when you blow up a balloon to just blow the whole thing up. Don't do that. Leave some air. And so like this one was probably the same balloon as this one. I just didn't blow it up as much because you want to have a little bit of depth in between them. And you can kind of cluster them if you want. You can, I didn't do any pattern at all. I just went for it because I was like, holy Hannah, this is going to take me all night. It didn't, but I was definitely worried about it. The other thing that I've seen people do is they get balloon glow, and that is like a spray that you can put on here to make the balloons super shiny. Apparently you have to do it outside though. I haven't done that, but I'm going to use it the next time and I'll let you know. Anyway, those are my best tips for hanging a balloon garland. You can totally do it yourself in an afternoon. I promise. Hey, one more thing. If you decide to do a balloon arch and you get started with it and you're like, oh my gosh, I have so many questions, text me. You have my phone number. It's in the comments below. Go ahead and text me. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have if you have a panic moment while you're putting together your own balloon garland. I'm here for you. I got you.